Why do some people seem to stay stuck in struggle, no matter how hard they work? Why is it that two people can start at the same place, but one thrives and the other never quite makes it? I'm about to tell you something most financial gurus will never say. The reason broke people stay broke has nothing to do with luck, talent, or hard work, and everything to do with what's happening beneath the surface. From the time we're young, we're taught a simple equation. Work hard, and you'll make money. Be disciplined, be smart, save more than you spend. Simple, right? But here's the truth. If that equation worked on its own, there would be a lot more millionaires walking around. Because I've seen people who grind 16 hours a day and still live paycheck to paycheck. And I've seen others who seem to attract opportunities, wealth, and success almost effortlessly. What's the difference? It's not hustle. It's not even education. It's internal programming. Your financial thermostat is set by your subconscious beliefs, usually formed before you ever made your first dollar. And unless you reset that thermostat, no amount of external effort will permanently change your reality. Most broke people are living by a script they didn't write. It was handed to them by society, by family, by school. A script that says things like, money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy. You have to struggle to succeed. I can't afford that. That's just how life is. Sound familiar? These statements don't just describe financial conditions, they reinforce them. When you say, I can't afford that, your subconscious hears, I'm not the kind of person who has options. When you believe money is hard to get, guess what? Your mind will filter reality to make sure that belief stays true. You're not just broke because of your bank balance. You're broke because of your beliefs. And here's the kicker. Your mind will sabotage any opportunity that threatens to change your identity. You'll miss the call, skip the chance, doubt yourself at the exact wrong moment because your subconscious is loyal to the story it knows. We glorify hard work. And yes, discipline and effort matter. But here's what nobody tells you. Hard work alone, without inner alignment, just reinforces burnout. If your internal identity says, I'm broke, then working harder just deepens the groove. It's like trying to fill a bucket with holes in it. You'll keep pouring, but it never fills. Let me be clear. You are not lazy. You are not broken, but you are running an outdated program. That program doesn't just affect how much money you make. It affects how much you keep, how you invest, and how you feel about your own value. So if hard work isn't enough, what is? The first step to breaking out of the broke cycle is awareness. And not just surface-level awareness, deep, honest self-inquiry. Ask yourself, what did I learn about money growing up? Do I secretly feel guilty when I have money? Do I believe I have to suffer to succeed? Do I feel uncomfortable charging what I'm worth? These questions seem simple, but they're like keys to a locked safe, because once you become aware of the belief, you can challenge it. And here's the truth. Most of your financial beliefs aren't even yours. They were absorbed, inherited, passed down, and now you have the opportunity to let them go. Let's go deeper. Money is not just a tool, it's energy. And like all energy, it flows where it's welcomed. If you're always in a state of fear, worry, or desperation, you're actually pushing money away energetically. You may not realize it, but money responds to frequency. If you act out of scarcity, you attract more scarcity. If you operate from sufficiency, you invite abundance. You've probably noticed that when you're in a good mental and emotional state, opportunities seem to flow. That's not coincidence, that's resonance. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. If you want more wealth, start becoming a match for wealth. Think generously, feel worthy. Take action from inspiration, not fear. Here's where the real work begins. You can't solve a financial problem with the same mindset that created it, so you have to rewire your mind on purpose. Here's how you begin to rewire your mind. Start with affirmations, but not the empty kind. Don't just repeat, "I am wealthy," like a robot. That won't cut through the subconscious noise. You need to feel it. Breathe it in. See it as already done. Because it's not the words that change you, it's the emotion behind them. Repetition with belief is what begins to carve new grooves in the brain. Then start acting as if, not pretending, but becoming. Start showing up as the version of you who already attracts wealth with ease. How would that person walk into a room? What would they say no to? What kind of energy would they give off? You don't wait to have the money to become that person. You become that person, and the money follows. Be mindful of your environment too. You can't rewire your mind while being surrounded by scarcity all day. Start noticing the content you consume, the conversations you allow, the people you give energy to. If it keeps you small, let it go. Instead, flood your mind with expansion, voices that challenge your limitations, people who are living the life you desire, energies that stretch your perception of what's possible. And finally, invest in yourself. This one can be hard, especially if you've grown up equating spending money with danger or loss. But here's the truth. Broke mindsets fear investing, while wealthy mindsets see it as planting seeds. When you put energy, time, money, focus into your growth, you multiply your potential. Not because of the transaction itself, but because of what it says about your worth. You may not have $1 million in your bank account right now, but you can build the mindset, the frequency, and the inner world that attracts it. True wealth begins with identity, not the identity you were handed, but the one you choose intentionally. You are not stuck. You are not your past. You are not your parents' financial story. You are not your job title. You are not broke. You are someone becoming, someone awakening, someone reprogramming their reality from the inside out. If you've made it this far, I want you to know something. You're not meant to live in survival mode. You're not here just to pay bills and worry. You're here to create, to expand, to circulate energy and elevate others. And that starts with one decision: to stop identifying with lack and start becoming the version of you that wealth is already searching for. So the next time you catch yourself thinking, "Why am I still broke?" Pause, breathe, and remind yourself, I'm not broke. I'm just shedding the layers that kept me small.